Here we have it, guys. Another train set for us to review, and it's the Spirit of 76. I know it's not 4th of July, but gosh darn it, I just want to review it now. What's going on, guys? Here we have another train set for us to review, and this is probably the oldest train set that I'm ever going to review to date. This is a vintage Tyco electric train set, HO scale, ready to run, complete with electric power plaque, giant 40 and 87 track layout, and there's some caution, and it's the one and only Spirit of 76 train set with a very patriotic locomotive, shell tanker, a car rack, trailer rack or piggyback car, hopper, boxcar, and a caboose, all included in this train set. And there you see the huge, gigantic layout that you can make with this train set. It is incredible. And it's a 101 piece super over and under set. Guys, I am so excited to review this very vintage and old Tyco train set. There's a story behind this. I received this on Christmas Day, of course, but this train set came from a estate sale, and the person who used to own this train set was a 90-year-old man who had it for a long time, and he played with this train set as a kid. So that's why you can see the box is like very torn on like the edges and stuff. See, it's been like put in and out of its box probably. I don't know the complete story, but he had this train set for a long time, and my father purchased it, and now it's right here in my home right now. I am excited to open it. It's a very interesting story. You know what, let's just get into it. There's a lot of pieces to this set. As you can see, 101 pieces. So let's dig into it. Alright then, here we go. Time for the unboxing, the best part. So all you have to do is get this. I already cut the tape off. So what you do is just lift this up, put it like that. You can see some paperwork right here. I don't know what's this other paperwork, but I have something highlighted right there. Trying to focus. There you go. I don't know what's that, but we got some vintage Tyco paperwork right here, as you can see there. But you know what? We're not here to look at some paperwork. We're here to see a train set involved here. So there's some clear plastic right here. We just peel that off, and there's everything that's contained in this beautiful vintage train set. Here you have everything right here in the train set. I'm not gonna open every individual box. I'm just gonna show you each of the items right here. So let's just start with the locomotive right here. So here we have the locomotive right here. It's in like the 1776 style. I don't know when this train set came out, but I'm gonna guess it came out around 1976 because it's 1776. That's why it's called Spirit of 76. There we have the boxcar right here. I know the the box is upside down, but I can't blame. It still looks good inside there. I like how everything's individually boxed and wrapped. This is how you protect a train set. Here we have the hopper car. It says Virginian right there. Here we have some doodahs right here. It's incredibly light. I think it's just pieces of plastic and extra things on the train set. Here we have the auto rack right here with all the cars right here. It's similar to Hot Wheels, but they're a little bit smaller. They're in 187 scale, not 164 scale. And I think this is parts of the auto rack in there. Here we have the piggyback wagon right here with the trucks inside right there. You can see some vintage graphics right here. In other areas in the box, I got to show the back, but there's all like, you know, the play features in there. Overall, it's a pretty neat item. I'm glad to have this. Here we have the shell wagon right here. It's just a normal tank car, but with some shell decals on it. It's pretty nice. And it still looks in mint condition, I say. It looks pretty good. I'm glad to have something vintage like this. Here's the most American caboose I ever seen. It's covered in stars and stuff, stripes on this. It's pretty good, I must say. Here you have this part of the train set right here. There's a bridge right here, has abutments right here. As I open it, you can see all the parts in there. It's litter in there, so it's like a vintage train kit in here. It's pretty neat. And right here, we got some other stuff around here. I gotta take these boxes out. These are quite heavy because they're the vintage tracks that actually came with the train set. I'm glad that they packed the tracks like this. So we have some curves right here. And then the other box right here, it's all the straight pieces of track in here. And the last thing in this train set, hopefully the last thing, oh, there's a parts right here. Probably from the bridge. It's this vintage Tyco power plug pack. It's like very rusty and dirty, has wires all over it. I can like unravel it so you can see things on it there. So there is the original power plug right there. It's very heavy, it's made of metal. And this is where you connect the AC or DC ports. And here we have a lever right here, mechanisms. You get a better look once we test out this thing. I don't know if it's gonna work, but hopefully half of this stuff works in this thing. If it does completely work, I'll be impressed. And that's it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so here we have the Locomotive from this trade set. And I must say, this is definitely a blast from the past. As you can see, it has red, white, and blue graphics on it, well, like a paint job on it, and it also has some Americana stuff all over it. And this thing is definitely a looker, I must say. But you know, I have a few issues with this engine, but the issues make it up with how good this looks. Now, the thing that about this engine, it has some shabby paint on the side. I know it's old and like, you know, quality was probably different back then, but well, I'm not gonna blame. I still firmly really like this engine. Now, you can already tell that it's missing all of its hand railing on the engine. Yeah, all the hand railing's gone, unfortunately, but you know what, it doesn't distract. It still looks pretty nice. So here we have the front right here. It has the Spirit of 76 right there, logo right there, as you can see. You got some number boards up here. If we zoom in closely to get a better look. So here we have some number boards right here, lettering. We got working lights up here. The front windows also light up too, and here we have the 76 logo, as I also said. Also, there's some horns on the top right here. They're painted yellow or molded yellow. And right here we got front coupler. Originally, the Locomotive didn't came with a front coupler or even a rear coupler, so I had to install it with a KD coupler box and a horn hook couplers, which I modified. I'll talk about this maybe in a future video, but for now, let's talk about this engine. So here we have its trucks right there. Looks pretty nice. I know it's Tyco and vintage, but you know, for the detailing on this engine, it's not bad. I know it's not outstanding, but it's pretty good. I love the way this engine looks. We got an American flag right here. We got some stars, and even we have this American, like, you know, logo right here. I don't know what is it, but you know, America, that's what it is. Here we have a 1776 logo in the back right there. And in the back, there's no lettering right here. I don't know why. I don't know what's the number of this engine. Either this number, 4301, or 1776. I don't know, but this engine is just fantastic. I'm really happy to have this type of engine in my collection. But if you were to find this in your local model trade store, I'll suggest getting it, because you know what, having this engine is like really great. Here we got in price. So here we have the top of it right there. It's not really a lot going on the top, but I like how they put some detail on the top. Makes it look nice. You have the horns right there. It has that pointy end for the cab. And here's the other side. You can see this right here is where, like, you know, the pickups right here. And then right here is the driving, like, section. You can see all the gears and stuff. But yeah, we have this like third wheel that's flangeless. And I don't know what the heck this is supposed to help with. Maybe with the driving. I don't know if this applies traction. It has no pickups on it. But for some reason this has this, and the other end has like nothing. I actually had to crack this thing open from right here and right here to like restore this thing. I had to crack it open, I had to oil it up, and now it works perfectly just fine, and I'm very surprised this thing still works. Great. Alright, so here we have a New Haven boxcar, and it's colored in orange. So here we have some graphics right here, right there. We got the New Haven logo. We got the another New Haven logo right here. And New Haven's like from New Jersey, and you know, I like those New Jersey I-5 engines from the Streamline era. But anyway, this is just a traditional 50-foot boxcar, just in the color orange, and it has New Haven graphics on it. Right here we have, like, you know, where all the brake pipes are. It's missing a wheel right here, I think, right here. There's supposed to be a wheel right here for the braking. But, you know what, there's not a lot of going on right here, but you know what, it makes it up because, you know, it has some, you know, some vintage graphics right here. It's not really too special, but you know what, I appreciate how there's, like, cars in this. Like, modern day train sets, I, like, barely have any cars in it. So, you know what, I'm glad to have, like, you know, something vintage like this. Alright, so here we have a Virginian hopper car. So here we have the big old Virginian logo right here. We have another logo right here. Some more text right here, which I don't know, but you know what? It's just eye candy. It's candy stuff on this thing. Yeah, and I really like the silver color around this, like, hopper car. And I really like the rivet detailing on the side right here. But as you can remember, this is like the exact same hopper car that I reviewed in the last train set video. But you know, I feel like this the body and the plastic on this thing feels a lot nicer than the Bachmann one. This is literally identical to the Bachmann one that I last reviewed. But anyway, here we have the wheel right here, the brake wheel, it's still on there. And the inside there's like nothing. It's a little dusty in there. I did clean it, but you know, trying to get those nooks and crannies is a little hard in there. But you know what, I like this car. I really like this car. I like the graphics on it. I like how it says Virginian on it. I am very proud to have this car right here. It has the Shell logo on it. Well, the Shell text on it. There's no logo of the Shell right here, but it has the text on it, and I'm very happy to have something this old. Like, you know, Shell's a pretty old company. This tanker reminds me of the older days of Lego. Like, remember Lego used to do a partnership with Shell a lot back in the old days. They put up a lot of Shell sets. I don't think they do stuff like that anymore, but you know what? I'm very happy to have this anyway. Since this is like Tyco and it's Shell, two vintage companies, you know what? It's very nice to have something this old. And you know what? It's just it's like any other like Shell tanker. Is any other tanker that I have, except it makes it up because it has the Shell logo. But if you cover the S, it says wow, that was scary. I'm very sorry about that. But you know what? Let's change the topic right here with the Spirit F7076 caboose right here. I know it's just a basic white caboose with some red, white, and blue stuff all over it with stars on it. But you know what? I still like this thing. If it means America, it's America. It's missing a part right here. It's missing a ladder right here. There's supposed to be a ladder right here because on the other side, it has a ladder right here, as you can see right there. I could make one of my own, but that's going to be a pain in the butt, and I don't want to risk ruining this caboose right now. I did restore it. I fixed up the couplers. And let's talk about the stuff on it. We have a little brake wheel right here. We got hand railings right here. Got the doors. There's nothing inside. It's just plastic. We have the oven thing for the, like, you know, the fumes and stuff to come out. And that's mostly it. And we have some nice graphic right here. Spirit F7076 right there. And I'm very happy to have something like this. And here on the top, we got the walkway board. And that's mostly it for the top. There's some detailing in the bottom. But it's very basic and stuff. But you know what? I'm very happy to have this type of caboose. Alright, so here we have a flat car right here. And this will play a little thing later in the video, but I just wanted to show you the flat car without the load on it. You have some Santa Fe initials down on the bottom. It's very hard to read, but here's a little closer up of it. Focus camera. There you go, you can read that if you want, if you're those expert train nerds. Yeah, you definitely know about that. And you know what, it's very basic, but you know what? Yeah, I really like, this is one of my favorite cars in the whole train set, and I'll show you the thing about it later. Okay, here we have an auto loader, or auto rack, or a thing that cars go on. So you can see it's double decker, so it has two layers on it. So here we have the, like, you know, the main flat car bit, and here we have the double decker bit. It's like a duplex house, but for cars, and it's on train wheels. But you know what? It's very nice. I know it's a bright orange. Here we have some text down here. Trailer train right here. You have the capacity stuff right there. You want to take a closer look. And there you go, guys. There's the load right there. Yeah, so this is the thing that carries cars in it. Actually, when I got it out of box, this whole entire assembly right here was broken off. So I had to super glue it back together, and some parts snap back together. Some parts have to super glue it back together, like here, right here, and right here. Maybe the other side, but what? It's a very nice car, and I'm glad it's back together in its full glory. And I'll show you what does it do. And inside this trade set is a little truck right here, pulling a little piggyback service Santa Fe trailer. I don't know what type of trailer is this. You can tell me in the comments what type of trailer is this, but this is definitely an old trailer that we probably don't use anymore. So it has this truck right here. So it comes with this little blue truck, probably made during the, I don't know, late 50s or early 60s, I'm probably gonna guess. And here we have like the piggyback trailer. It only has like 4 wheels right here, so has the truck right here, and you can detach it like this. And here's the trailer, here's the underside of it. The wheels do not move so well, but it does come with a kickstand right here, so you can kickstand the trailer by itself like that. And I feel like there's a lot of play value in this train set. And here is the little truck without the trailer. I know it's dinky, but you can see a little trailer hitch right there, so you can attach the trailers into the back of the truck, and I feel like that's pretty neato. Who out there likes cars? You know me, I used to like cars a lot. I used to collect Hot Wheels cars a lot, but you know, some of them are in box, some of them are in pieces. But here we have some cars right here that are included in the train set, and they're coming like, you know, 6 different colors. And I'm very glad that it comes with these like miniature cars right here. They're a little smaller than Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels are 1/64 scale, and these are 1/87 scale. So there's my finger right there. You can see how big my finger is. Raw! Alright, so here are some 2 different car models. So here we have the orange, blue, and white one. I think these supposed to be, well, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think these are like, what, Chevy? I think. I'm not really the biggest car expert. And right here on the other side, we have a yellow, green, and like red one right here. I think this is supposed to be Dodge. I'm having the feeling that's Dodge because of the front parts, and it kind of has that muscle car feel. These are cars definitely from the 70s, so you dang well, these are like very nice cars during that time. You know, cars were growing during this like type of time. I don't know when was the gas prices like introduced. I'm not really the biggest historian on cars, but you know what? I'm glad it comes with cars, and I'll show you both of the flat car and auto rack and what they can do. And look at this. So this is what you can do. So you can stack the trailers onto the flat car like this. They have these like plastic inserts right here will help keep the trailers in place while the train's going on the track. And then here on the other side, here we have the auto rack right here, and it holds the cars in place by these little notches on the sides. And you can see there, you can definitely see how the cars are all lined up, and it's very satisfying how they fit into like their compartments right here. And you can see the front of it, also the front of the piggyback one. The trailers are much thinner than the car, but you know what, that's realistic though. And I really appreciate how Tyco made cars like this, and I'm very happy to have these 2 cars. These are my 2 favorite cars. Alright, so inside the train set came with a whole ton of signs. So here we have a railroad crossing caution sign. We got railroad stop crossing. We got caution, you know, railways or railroads are very dangerous places. Here we have slow. If this video ain't slow enough. I'm sorry, I'm roasting my own video. Here we have the yard limit. You know, there's a limit, you know, and here we have some numbers right there, which I don't know. Here you have some other signs. They're definitely the same, but they're colored and different. They're like red. They have a red border instead of a black one. I hope it's not too racist. But here at the railroad logo, we have all the it's the exact same stuff on these ones. I don't know why they're colored in red, but you know what? They're just signs nonetheless. Also, in the train set, it came with these power lines right here. I know there's more right here, but these are the two examples. We have this one, which has like, you know, has the little painted stuff, like, you know, wire things to hold it in it. I don't know if there's wire in the set, but I looked and there's nothing. But here's I have the power line, big and long right here. We have the base of it, and these are a lot nicer than the ones from the Bachmann set. I tell you, these are a lot nicer. I actually put these on the layout. I should, but I don't know when I have my own layout. We have the other one. It has these like trash barrel things on it. I don't know what it is, but they look like trash cans to me. And down here we have this like electric box down here, and they're pretty nice once you put them around the layout. And there's a lot more in the train set. There's like that much. Alright guys, so here we have it. Here we have the whole train on the tracks, ready to be fired up and give it a spin. Now, you might be wondering, this does not look like the layout. Like, this is Bachmann Easy Track. Well, here's a little story. Here's the original track packs inside the old train set. But guess what? I noticed on the tracks it has no rail joiners. If you look very, very carefully, well, you cannot really see it. But trust me, I looked on the tracks and there's no rail joiners. So that means these things are useless. So I took it upon myself to construct my own layout just for this train. And here it is. This is the layout that I created for this train. Now I used up the bridge from the train set. I used one piece of the track by hooked up rail joiners onto it. And this is the rest of the track, I think. I used the bridge abutment. And here we have like the other side of the track. This side of the track, how it inclines up here and it swoops down here. You go up for a curve right there. There's a cross country right here. There's like a pit of nothingness, but you know, it's just for this review. Comes back here and loops around, just, you know, just like that. And also I put a rail yard right there because I thought it was gonna be a very nice touch. It's like a cherry on the top. And here's what we're focusing on today. Okay, let's waste no more time. Let's get this baby on the run. Alright, so here we have the power plug right here. It's an Alfred one that I got from another train set. And let's give this thing some energy. beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. This is definitely why I love and we all love classic model trains, especially Tyco. And Tyco hasn't been around for a very long time, and it's a very old toy company. I know Tyco's not really a company that focuses around trains, but damn, they make some good ass trains, I must say. And this has to be one of the coolest looking trains in my collection. Not the best because, well, it's older, and plus it's probably missing parts. I think this is why people buy the newer stuff instead of the older stuff, and that's why it costs cheaper. But you know what? I'm happy to have this. If you fix it, if it runs well, it is a masterpiece on the rails. I am very happy to have all these brand new cars in my collection. I know there's a train in the background, but here you go, guys. I have one tip. If there's I have one rule in this channel. If there's a train in the background, don't stop recording. Well, that's it, and that's all. Hope you enjoy this video. Please like and subscribe. If you enjoy vintage trains like this, it's a very nice nostalgia trip back in the past for some of you out there. But you know what? I just love classic model trains like this. Please like and subscribe. I have very big videos coming out. Other video stuff I'm really want to make. And this is the stuff that inspires me. Be like unboxing trains and then running them around the track. Now, you understand. Please like and subscribe, and also leave a comment and put your opinion. I like to hear opinions, everybody. And that's pretty much it. Okay, let's waste no more time. Let's give this baby a spin. So here's the power plug right here. It's an Atherin one, and let's give this thing some power. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Ah, come on. Why a derailment already? Put your baby on the track. Do not derail, okay?